Sure.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Brady, and today we're doing a podcast with my fellow friends here. This is Alec,
Hello.
Antonio,
Hi.
Sam,
Sup?
and Jonah.
Yeah, you mispronounced my name. It's Boring White Guy 5.
All right, so basically the point of this podcast, for as of right now, it's just for a extra credit in one of my communications classes. But if it goes well and people actually want to listen to it, we may continue it. If we all depend, it all depends what we
Hell
think.
yeah.
So, the five of us, a little bit of background of us. Obviously all of us actually grew up together in Maryland.
I came in pretty late.
Yeah, he
What do you
kind of.
mean? I came in the latest.
Well, Jonah went to.
Oh yeah, I get.
Anyways, so I'm gonna open it up with a really interesting question. So all of you are gonna have to take some time to think about this. So
Oh, man.
all right, here we go. If your mom and your girlfriend, so say you have a girlfriend, switch
Oh,
bodies,
Ouch.
Oof.
and you had to fuck one for them to switch bodies back, who would you fuck?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
oh,
my
okay.
All right,
Body.
all right.
Mom's body. It's about the person, not the body.
Okay, you're gonna have to repeat the question.
All right.
I kind of was taken aback by that.
All right. Here we go again.
This is some marine fuckery.
All right, so if your mom and your girlfriend switch bodies and you had to fuck one for them to switch bodies back, who would you fuck?
I have a question, sir.
The mom's
Oh,
body. Girlfriend's
no.
soul, mom's body.
I have a
Ye-
question, sir.
What?
Yeah, there's no way I
How
could have
long
sex
do you
with.
have to have coitus for? Like, is it until?
To finish.
Oh, is
so
it?
you
Oh,
ejaculate.
good question, Sam.
What was
is
the
it
question?
till completion?
Yeah, it
Is
has
it-
to be two.
Is it penetration or completion?
Ooh, also.
That's
It'd
a
have
good
to be-
question.
It'd have to be to completion, right?
I would say
Otherwise,
to
you could
completion,
game
yeah.
the system.
So the
Yeah,
point
I
you
is,
would
could game
think
the
so,
system.
yeah.
to start
Yeah, so like
before I do this-
full blown sex, like
Ooh. Ooh.
Till cummies leave your
See,
urethres.
this is one of those. Would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick, or sit on a dick and eat a cake? Either way, you're fucking your mom. Like,
I don't think that's how it works, brother.
No, that's exactly okay.
This is
Well,
well. Listen, this to me comes down to sentiment. Like it's a bad situation, so that's why I do mom's body, girlfriend's soul,
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, you do
yeah.
have,
I
like-
guess
it's like a triple X version of that one movie. What's that one movie where like the mom and the daughter switch
Freaky
bodies?
Friday.
Yeah,
Freaky
it's like a
Friday.
triple X Freaky Friday or something.
What
Except I fucked
happens-
neither one
Yeah.
of the women in that movie.
Yeah.
I feel bad about it.
Antonio,
What?
I'm sorry. Your sister is not near hot enough for me to do her body,
So, Alec,
mom's
you think
soul.
your mom's hot?
Alec, that's my sister.
Dude, I'd fuck Alex's mom. But
For those that don't know, here's a
really
little
nice to me.
context. Alec
You
is dating
suck.
Antonio's sister. So if you
Yes.
if you didn't
Yeah,
catch
so let's
that.
There's a lot of
Unfortunately for
dipping in
him.
the same
I'll
pool
create
with
Look up
this
a bunch
group.
of would you rather questions so we can do these.
All right, no, you got to answer the question though. You have to have an answer.
think-
We need a solid answer from all of you.
All right, one at a
I
time.
think.
Reason
Okay,
why.
hold on. I think girlfriend in mom's body is the right answer because I don't think anyone's mom, even in their girlfriend's body, would want that to happen. It's
Yeah.
still your mom, you know.
You gotta think about your
that is
mama.
the
I get
weirdest
it.
part. It would definitely be girlfriend in mom's body.
I think I would have to totally agree.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would either do that or I just hook my dad up with a young girl's body and just break up with my girlfriend. And leave her in like a 50-year-old woman's body to go live the rest of her short
Brady
life.
doesn't want to change back. Okay.
He's like, I like the new
He's
dick.
playing 4D chess.
I'll be like,
back
you're
here.
welcome, Dad.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
All right, what would you do, Sam?
Honestly, alright, so here's the question, or here's the thing. I would make it so that I could only last like about 10 seconds. Because
So normal me time.
Yeah.
normal time, like 2 thrusts, I'm done. But
One
definitely
pump
going
jumping.
for, you have to go to the sentimental value. You usually love your girlfriend, so girlfriend and a mom.
Another adding on to that. See, okay, I guarantee every guy with a girlfriend has always said at least once that he doesn't care about her looks.
Ooh, it's
I
been
don't
said,
like-
yeah.
But it's your mom. And you're gonna have to live with you fucked your mom's body.
Dude, you can. There's. Okay, there are ways around.
There's worse
that.
things that you can do.
Dude, okay, look.
Whoa, that's not where I was
stop.
going with that,
guys,
Sandy.
guys.
Listen,
Guys,
you could be Alec. There are worse
with the
things. in the
light-
world.
Look, with the lights off, maybe bag on head. I'd
I
say
mean, there's
it's
still a
doable.
big difference
When do you do it with the lights on in the first place?
every time.
Why?
Sometimes
That's
you
weird.
want to look at the
No.
person you're
No,
having
that's
sex
weird.
with.
Don't ever.
I'm sorry, Antonio.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
guess
I
I'm
only-
just,
I-
like, looking at the person I'm having coitus
Yeah,
with.
I only have sex with
Stop
people
saying
I find
coitus, it's pissing
physically
me off.
unattractive.
I've got a coitus you.
You think that's a threat,
Nice.
but I'm actually excited.
How many minutes are we into this?
I think 5.
All right,
Oh,
only
wow,
40
that's
more at
fast.
least.
Alright, guys, I'm looking up some more would you rather questions. You
Hold
gotta get
on.
this going.
Hold on,
Would
hold
you
on, let's-
rather
That was fast.
XXX Tentacion?
What?
Excuse me? you lost me.
Me too.
Oh man. All right. So, I think we all collectively agree that we would fuck both of them. So moving on.
Don't put words in my mouth, bro.
So we can either go into a story, or I can ask another question from you guys.
Well, I was not expecting these questions, so
Well, I mean,
Yeah, for me and NCO, there's
it
not
was just
much.
it was just an opening question to set the tone, you know.
right.
Alright.
I don't care.
Alright, so would you rather read minds or accurately predict the future?
Accurately predict the future.
Yeah, fuck reading
Easy.
people's minds. Everyone probably thinks I'm an asshole.
I generally like to think the best of people. Like I
True.
like to think that humans are inherently good. They're probably not, and I think that would just completely shatter my moral compass if I knew what everyone was thinking.
But
So
knowing
honestly.
the future would also ruin
let's
your
just
life.
live in ignorance.
The future
And
would be
also,
horrible though, because like,
You'd see your death.
well, you'd see your death, but like not even that far. You'd see where you are. So
Yeah.
where at that point you wouldn't have a feeling of, like, you wouldn't have the idea of free will, the
Yeah,
perception of
there
free
would
will.
be no hope either, because you know what's going on. Like you're never
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
exactly what's happening.
I
Which
feel like I'd
does
rather
suck.
know people's minds because, like, when somebody's trying to tell you a lie or something, you can see if they're actually like being serious with you or not.
Honestly, if I could read people's minds, I could probably make bank off of that.
True. That's also a
True.
good point.
I just
Well,
think
you,
that
okay, you could
I
make
just-
way more bank seeing the future. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because the future is like you've already made bank or you
The
haven't.
future is
It's
black.
not.
Well, if you
Sorry.
knew the future, you could
Like,
place
that's just
insane
used to
bets, though.
determine-
That's the thing.
That's just used to determine your outcome, not like how to get there per se. It
No,
won't
it's
give
not.
you the answers.
No one said it was your future. It was accurately predict the future. You could be like a
Well, that implies it's open ended, so it could be anyone's futures or any point in the future at any point.
Well, it's the future as a whole. So like, yeah, it applies to everyone and anyone.
Don't people
Yeah.
who see all of the future like go blind? Isn't that like a thing that happens all the time in things?
I was under
people
the
can see
assumption that's
future.
never happened
Uh,
before, Antonio.
No, he's talking about like what's the old English horror novelist?
Like
Fuck.
mythology, or are you talking about Edgar Allan Poe?
No.
He
no,
wasn't English. He was American.
No. The guy. It was
Was
like
he, though?
Victorian era
guess-
horror.
He lived
No,
in
he-
Baltimore. Are you talking
I know
about?
he lived in Baltimore, but
You know where Bloodborne is inspired by? Lovecraftian. Lovecraft. That's like the
oh
Lovecraftian
god, that freak.
thing. Yeah. That's his horror revolves around like everything's so terrible that you go
Space
crazy
squids.
just by seeing things.
Anyway, I think seeing the future would ruin your life.
I think there'd be
Both of these
like,
things
actual...
would very easily ruin your life.
Yeah.
See, honestly, I
That's
don't.
true,
The thing is,
yeah.
I think seeing the future would actually send anybody just
Into
in a downward
madness.
spiral, no matter what.
I think you would
But
go
reading people's
insane,
minds
maybe.
would be awful too, because you would just.
If
I
you
feel
could
like you would just become
selectively read someone's
disconnected.
mind.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
having
that would
sex
be
with a
good.
girl and you know she's thinking about how small your wiener is. Like that's just devastating.
Yeah, so
I mean,
what?
I
That's
know
all
either
I'm
way.
thinking about the whole time.
You sure as
Yeah.
hell couldn't go to completion, and then you just sitting there
Yeah,
all
imagine you're
sad
fucking
and
your mom with
soggy,
your
limp
girlfriend's
dick.
soul. and she's thinking about how much she likes your dad. Like, that's just terrible.
What?
Oh God.
Damn, man. Oh, okay.
All right, we ready for the next question?
I guess, are you doing another question, Sam?
Would you rather
I got
slug
one.
it out through high school with depression or move to Colorado?
Joan, I think you did both.
Yeah, I did.
That was kind of deep. Are you okay?
No.
Oh, he's not okay? What the fuck?
Oh, great.
Alright,
We
so
turned this
would
into
you
a cry
guys-
to cry for help.
If you guys had the choice of what site, I'm just gonna word this weirdly.
Spit it out. Come on.
Would you rather lose your sense of taste, smell, hearing, sight, or feeling?
Smell. Easy.
Smell.
Yeah, smell.
If you get rid of smell, that list becomes a whole lot harder.
Yeah, because there's
no way
you can go without sight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
honestly,
need
I've
sight
thought,
and hearing.
I've
That's
thought
Feeling
about
you
this
don't
very
necessarily
deeply.
need.
No, you
With
have to have
sex.
feeling, dude. You'd never be able to have another nut again in your life, dude. You
Yeah.
can't
You'd
get
never
that
be
out.
able to like open a door. You'd never be able to like because you would never be able to like actually figure out how much power you have to put into something.
Isn't it like a
Right, yeah,
serious
like-
disability if you lost lost all feeling because you
Yeah.
can like break your bones and then just be
Then you
walking
would-
around
yeah, you
bleeding
wouldn't know. Like, there are
internally?
people who
Or
don't
you
feel
could have-
pain, and they
yeah.
will accidentally put their hand on a stove and just burn their hand off.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that word when people don't shoot, when chicks don't have sex?
Celibate.
Prudes.
Prude. Okay.
What the fuck?
No, because there's this question that put in the wrong word, so I was gonna
Chicks
read
don't have
it.
sex.
Because they said
Okay.
they said
Making a personal
frigid. and
choice.
I don't think that's the right word. No. Would you
What?
rather
No,
marry
frigid
someone?
words.
This is how this question is worded, and I'm just gonna change one of the words to say
Prude.
yeah, the word that I
Okay.
totally remembered after asking for it the first time. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, dude.
Would you rather marry someone who was beautiful and prude or someone who was fugly with the sexual morals of an alley cat?
An
Ooh.
alley
Alley
cat?
cat.
No, dude,
I'm
it'd be
definitely going with the beautiful woman.
it'd be the hot chick, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. In the end, does it really matter if you're actually having sex or just
Yes.
people
Yes.
think you're having sex?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't care
Just-
about the
if
public
people
persona.
think,
I
as
need
long
my
as
wiener
people
nice and
think
warm.
you're banging a hot bitch, then
See, you have an
honestly-
ego problem, sir. I just like to fuck.
No,
Like
but
that
here's the thing,
episode,
Jonah. Hold on. Think of it this way: if other girls think you're banging that hot chick, then they're gonna want to bang you.
And they're
I don't think you know how
automatically
women work,
jealous.
Brady.
I've been with one for like
Oh,
2.5 years. I
shut
definitely
up.
do,
I know,
Jonah.
I know. I know.
I don't want to hear it.
hey,
Calm
so
down.
that
Yes,
reminds
come on.
me of that episode of Archer where Lana makes
Oh.
everyone in the office pay her to be able to say they had
Yes,
sex.
that's exactly what I
and,
was
it's
gonna
like, and then the
say.
guy's like, wait a minute, and then they're like, yeah, but you're forgetting that they're men, and they're like, wait, what's going on? He's like, nothing, I fucked Lana Kane.
Yes.
And they're like,
Yes.
me too.
Remember when Dr. Krieger made 4 clones of himself and they tried to nuke the world?
Hey, we're not even sure the original one wasn't a.
Yeah, that's
Then
the
it would
beauty
just
of
be
it.
reproducing.
I just like storylines
So,
involve clones for obvious reasons.
I obsessed with
I'm not
clone
gonna go on. I'm not
troopers.
gonna go on a
Yeah,
tangent. I'm
Star
not gonna
Wars.
go
Yeah,
on
please, God, no. Viewer rate will drop to like from 1 to 0.
Would you rather be a clown or a priest?
Ooh.
They're the same thing.
I mean, both involve
that a
small
trick
children,
question?
so
Would you rather receive
God.
anal sex or drink vomit?
Oh.
Receive?
oh my God.
No, I think
Who's
Anal
it's-
giving-
sex
oh.
is 2 buttholes, right? 2 buttholes together.
Oh God.
A hole's a hole, brother.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine getting in the butt, dude. How much vomit would you have to drink? Is
A
the
whole
real
blender.
question. A whole no. Okay, how much time then would you be given to drink it?
Until the dick gets to your ass. He's just doing it in slow motion.
I'm gonna get
Like,
you.
oh, did you guys see that episode of Nathan For You where he's like, you all have seen escape acts before, but I'm about to do something.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm gonna try it. I've spent the past week teaching myself how to pick the lock on these handcuffs, and while I'm doing that, this machine is gonna be unbuttoning my pants, exposing me to the audience of children, and with a police officer nearby ready to arrest
me for pedophilia.
Oh,
that's so good.
Nathan For whatever happened to Nathan For You?
I don't know. He probably had some
He's just,
sort of
I think,
lawsuit.
isn't he just in between seasons right now?
Maybe. I hope
Is
so.
he?
That was so good.
Yeah.
I
Like,
remember
thought he was still
Sean, I
active.
think, first found that show. Or at least he was the one who introduced it to me.
Would you rather play your favorite video game for a week or have sex for a week?
Sex for a week.
Yeah.
Easy.
Dude, I don't know. That's got to be a lot.
Wait, what
Yeah,
was the
wait,
question?
for a
week?
week straight, like, non-stop? At
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
point,
say
you'd
not
just be-
stop.
You'd die from exhaustion before that. No,
Yeah,
I'd probably...
dude, I'd have a banging
That's-
six-pack by the end of that.
Wait, what's the question?
Ooh,
Get it banging?
If you survive, though. If you
Wait, no,
survive.
no, no, guy, wait. What was the question again?
Would you rather play your favorite video game for a week or have sex for?
Well,
And we're saying it's for a week straight.
how many? Okay, so I.
Good answer, Sam.
Nice. That took the words right out of my mouth.
So, first thing is like, do I have to pay for like the birth control or condoms that this is gonna allow, or do I just have to pull out every time?
God, you cheap bastard.
Or is there the chance that I
Will I have
get
to pay
pregnant
the like
next
$10
month?
fee for this sex week?
Ew. Ew. Oh, never mind.
No,
Imagine
don't do
how
it,
many-
Antonio.
Imagine how many of them that you would have to buy, because like you would just be constantly doing it.
Just going raw.
No, you just need one. You're not stopping.
Yeah, dude.
You
No,
know,
wait,
like,
no,
one
no,
or
You
one
just
or
need
survive
one.
a
You take it out.
week.
You rinse it out.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
They're
my god.
Yeah, Sam, they're reusable.
That's
Oh.
why
You
it's
just-
leather.
You just flip them inside out and
Was
use
it-
them.
That's
what
why
was the
they're
show
rubber,
that?
they're
What was the
Sounds like
movie?
a great business
What was the movie
idea.
that had the Gene condom joke? Was that Anchorman?
Probably.
Oh God, maybe.
Yeah, because it was
denim
like
condom?
washable
Yeah.
Gene condom. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Anchorman 2. It was Anchorman 2. That's what it was. God, what a terrible movie.
All right. I'm gonna shift gears here a little bit. I mean, it's still gonna be a
Okay.
question, but it's not gonna be a would you rather.
That sounds
Okay,
fine to me.
All right. All right. So here's a good question. What is your earliest childhood memory?
Dude, I want to go first.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Sam. What do you got?
All right, so when I was 4, it was my birthday. So I remember being 4 because it was my birthday. It's the only thing I saw. I remember walking out of my room and just seeing like this giant pile of presents, or like this one giant present. So I kept unwrapping it, and it's a big box. I open the box. There's another box inside.
Oh no.
I keep going. There's another box, another box, another box. I finally get down to the box. It's just a birthday card. And I was like, wow, this is such a tease, and I started crying.
Oh man, that reminds me. Wait, are you done? Are you
They
done?
actually pulled out my present and it was like one of those lightsaber sets that you get when you're a child, but it was like a create your own color one.
I remember
Nice.
Dude.
That reminds me.
Many,
So
many an injury.
so it was this was probably 10 years ago. We this isn't my earliest memory, but this is along the lines of Sam's story. We do a yearly Secret Santa with like the low side of my family, which is like a huge family, right? So we everyone bringing in like all their small gifts, and here comes us literally walking in with a box to a fucking treadmill. We stuffed that thing with rocks, like a bunch of tissue paper, and the only thing we actually put in there, it was taped to the middle of it, was just a copy of Assassin's Creed 2, which is what the person that got the box wanted. But he went through the entire box, taking rocks and like confetti paper out, and just to find. And this treadmill box is like the size of like a king mattress or something. Like it is huge. And he just opens it up, and all he sees is Assassin's Creed 2. And I feel like he was more satisfied with the game than he was actually would be getting a treadmill.
Lucci,
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Not
it's not as extreme as those circumstances, but Lucci got me one of those man crates. for
Oh
Christmas.
yeah,
couple of years ago, and he paid extra to have it gift wrapped in duct tape in a wooden box that was glued shut. You needed a crowbar to open it.
Oh my god, that's actually awesome.
It was pretty cool, and it was a disc golf set, and it was awesome.
Oh, that's pretty
and
cool.
in that set, I got a pack of sunflower seeds that I still have in my room. Came with a carrying bag and a koozie. It was like one of the metal ones, and then I lost it at Tennessee, so I got another one for Christmas this year.
This
Wanna hear
podcast is
something
not
cool,
sponsored by
Antonio?
Man Crates.
But what did you just say to me?
You want to hear something cool, Antonio?
Not really.
I'm fucking your sister.
Okay, well,
No, go
no,
for
I
it.
helped him pick that out.
Oh, did you? That's pretty dope. I did not actually know that.
All right, so let's head back to the earliest childhood memories. Who's got theirs? Because
Can I go?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
take the floor.
All right. So
Hey,
I
before he
think-
starts, there is a possibility that this is really depressing. if it's
me,
It's
Yeah.
dude. Okay, so
Alan only has bad
it'll be-
ones.
it'll be-
Turns into
it'll be
depressive
real quick.
voice.
It'll be real quick, and then it'll get funnier as it goes on.
okay.
So
It
I
all
think my
started
earliest
when
memory
I was born.
it might be from 9/11.
Yeah,
Really?
Okay.
Christ.
Hey, let's
I
see
was,
where it goes.
I was still in the townhouse, I think, and now you know how you can like basically with suggestion you can like create memories. Basically, you can fool yourself into remembering something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be something like that, but I think I remember it. I remember being in this little townhouse in Frederick,
Yeah.
because that's where we lived then before we got the house in the neighborhood.
Mr.
I
Rogers.
think I remember watching it on TV. I think I do.
Really?
Another one of my youngest memories has to do with my my grandfather, who is great.
So is he a great grandfather or just a great grandfather?
No, just my granddad Denzel, who lives in the same neighborhood.
Who is great.
Okay.
Yeah, who is great. Yes, my great grandfather Jennings definitely died before I got to know him. But so I remember making fun of my granddad for being fat, and he told me this joke.
Who is great,
He
by the
told-
way.
He
Oh,
told
I
me
heard this
this.
story.
He told me this joke that I will never forget because it like actually like traumatized me. And I remember my dad both laughing and basically getting my granddad in trouble because of it. So I told him he was fat, and that he had a great big stomach. And his response was, "Yeah, I'm having a baby elephant. You want to see its trunk?"
Oh my god.
And I think that might honestly be one of my earliest memories.
Oh my
I
god.
definitely know that happened. That is a memory of mine.
That is
That makes
so
sense.
good.
That makes sense.
Oh my
Okay.
god. All right.
So,
All right, all right, Antonio.
one of the earliest things, I don't actually know how my life works chronologically, but I think I was the youngest when this
He's
happened
Benjamin Button.
that I remember. And
This is
so
the
there
memory
was
from
this
yesterday.
one time, me and my mom were at the store, and I don't remember what store we were going into. It was somewhere in the mall, like I think it was FSK, and there was this lady who I think was just buying a CD, and she had no hands. She had an arm that was like her hand was gone, but it was still a full arm, and one that was like about till her elbow would be. And so she was like having some problem picking up this CD off the counter. So my mom went and just like handed it to her, and she grabbed it. She was like, "Thank you so much," whatever, left. That horrified me. That was the first person I've ever seen that like didn't have some limb or anything like that.
Oh god.
And I had a dream that night that everybody in the world was like did not have arms, like hands. It was horrifying. I was like 5. It was terrifying. I was so
Yeah.
scared. Like,
Oh my
and then
God.
I told my mom the next day. I was like, I had this dream that everyone was like that, and she was like, I mean, okay, people are like that, and I was like, oh, really? That's good.
Oh
People
man.
are different Antonios. Don't you know that?
All
I do
right.
now, Sam.
All right. So I think I have two. They're like I can't really tell which one's before the other. One
Yeah,
of them
I
was
have
just
two
a
as well.
dream. So I'll say the dream first because it's just straight up fucking weird, which is the only reason why I actually remember it. So It's literally so we're in my mom's old minivan before she sold it, and literally it's just a dream of me waking. It's just like me waking up in the dream, and I'm looking out the window for a little bit, and we're like on some like mountainside, like canyon, like we're on a road where it's like a big cliff, and then I turn to where my mom should be driving, and it's just a fucking toilet there. It's just a fucking toilet driving the car, and then I would wake up and I would have just pissed myself everywhere.
Oh, because you wanted to
Because of the toilet.
You had to pee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was probably I can't remember the last time I had that, but I had that dream on multiple occasions. And
That's
then
a dream I'd have in basic.
And then probably the earliest actual memory I have was I was with my brother. I think I was 3 years old at the time. I got like severely injured on many occasions when I was 3, but in this particular, I think I had like a concussion or something. So
or something.
So
Can't remember.
your parents would order something big and it would come in like a big old box, and you just had like the time of your life with those boxes, like making a fort or something.
Absolutely.
Do you guys ever do that?
Yes.
So instead of doing that, me and my brother just tried to basically kill ourselves. So he literally,
God,
so
that makes so much sense.
Jake, my older brother, who was 5 at the time, and I was 3, he put me in the box, and he taped the box shut.
No one puts baby in the box.
And he pushed me down the stairs in the box.
Hell yeah.
And I think I like landed on my head or something, and I must have got a concussion. I think that same year, I have the scar still on the middle of my forehead, but I literally was just chasing my brother around, and I ran into a corner of a wall and had to get like 6 stitches. Like I was like full blown when I was 3, but those are definitely my earliest memories. They're all pretty fucked up.
I have an earlier memory.
Wait, let Jonah
hold
go.
up. Have we heard anything from Jonah? Yeah.
Okay, so I have 2. I don't know which. Well, I would know which one is first. Okay, so my very first, right? This is in Honolulu, where I was born. And there are, if you did not know, in Honolulu, native to the island, there are huge blue millipedes, and they're extremely toxic. They're giant. They're like a foot long. And I remember I was outside our military provided dwelling.
Okay.
Which are notoriously terrible, by the way. When I was in Fort Meade, our basement blew up and flooded our basement with shit water.
Nice.
But anyway, I remember seeing a giant blue millipede and being like, and this is like, I'm a child, right? But even as a child, you hear it. Now, I had to have been like 3, right? Because that's like the farthest I could reasonably go back and still have functioning thoughts.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh God, I'm dead. I just saw this blue millipede while I'm out in the back, and it had to have been like a mile, like I was in no like danger at all, just being like, oh God, blue millipede. So I am terrified of blue millipedes for the rest of my life because of this harrowing incident as a child.
You just saw one, and now you're instantly terrified by them.
Yeah. And then after that, when I lived on Fort Meade, so we went from Honolulu to Fort Meade, and then to Colorado. So I've been in Maryland twice, 2 different times.
Okay.
And in Fort Meade, I remember getting up early to go to church, and I think I was 4, and I fell down like our like weird military concrete stairs that were like outside our door, and I scraped my knee open, but I remember being specific because I didn't even make a noise. Like I just went up to my mom and was like, bro, I cut my knee open. She's like, oh my fucking God, your fucking knee is open. And then like, that was that. That's basically the whole story. But I remember being super proud of myself after that day for some reason.
For cutting your knee?
But I didn't react is why I was
proud. Okay.
Man,
I see.
I wasn't no bitch.
You want to hear a funny story about getting your knee kind of busted open?
Dude, I have a great
It's
story
with
about getting hurt as a
Johnny
young lad.
Britton and his mother.
Bust it down, knee.
So
knee
to
down.
preface this, so it all makes a little bit of sense, Johnny Britton's mom is 100% Greek.
Okay.
So kind of like Antonio's mom.
Okay.
Same personality.
And if you don't know like what we're saying, just picture an angry Italian mom, and that's about as close as you can get.
If you've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, you'll know like what kind of stereotype we're talking about.
Women, these
Yeah,
are.
that movie was not entertainment; it was a documentary. Continue.
Yes.
All right, continue, Alec.
I remember that new park off of 144. It was pretty new. That was when I was still like best buds with Johnny Britton.
Okay.
We were at the park playing around on the play set, and they had mulch, and we were playing around, and Mrs. Britton was watching over us, and I remember falling for whatever reason. We were probably like fighting each other or wrestling or diving off the playground equipment. And I remember getting up, and this like 4-inch piece of mulch was just like sticking right out of my knee.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Like, and like, it wasn't that bad at all, but Mrs. Britton was not having any of it. She was basically hyperventilating, freaking out.
God.
Like, oh my gosh, we have to take you somewhere. I was
been
like,
impaled.
okay. I was like, okay. I mean, I guess you can just take me home. And so she drove home because I think I probably told her that my dad can just take it out. And she was like, oh, I can't mess with it. I can't touch it or whatever in case you get injured or anything like that. And I just remember going back home to my dad's old house. This was when he was not married to my stepmom right after the divorce.
Uh-huh.
So he was living on his own.
The bachelor pad.
Yes. And we had that little above ground pool. And he was out on the porch. I remember the porch behind the house. And I remember coming there. Mrs. Britton was giving them the debrief and just like freaking out. He was just kind of like, kind of chuckling along about it. And I just remember he was just like, okay. And then just yanked it right out of my knee. And it wasn't even like, I say yank. He literally just like gave it a little tug and it came right out. And she was just like, oh my goodness. Oh, thank goodness he's okay. All this stuff. And then my dad just got like a thing of rubbing alcohol and just like threw it on it and was like,
dumped
okay,
that whole thing on there.
Yeah, it was like, okay, that was that.
All
I
right.
just remember her freaking out so much about it, being so concerned. It was like, I think I was like telling her to calm down at that point.
And how old were you when this happened?
This was still when I was hanging around with Johnny. And then divorce was 2008.
Oh man, so you were like under 10.
Yeah, I was about maybe like 10, 11 or so.
Yeah.
It still might have been elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
I don't know the ages. Yeah.
Huh.
Something around 10.
Gee.
So I got I think 3 stories.
Wait, I got a story. Let me do this.
Oh, sure,
Right.
Sam.
It's gonna be
I wasn't
quick.
trying to talk.
Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish talking.
Dude, I've been waiting for like 6 days.
Now go ahead.
So, you know how when you were younger, your brother or father used to chase you around the house and have fun,
All right.
When I was like 5, I was being chased by Max, my brother, and I pulled a chair out, tried to get him to stop following me, right? So we go around another whip around my house, and I'm a dumbass, and I trip over the same chair that I pulled out. And then my teeth go through my lip. I have to get like a bunch of stitches. It was bad.
Oof, nice.
But like I didn't realize what happened, so I'm just sitting there and I was just like, hey everybody, that kind of hurt. Don't laugh at me. And my mom's like freaking out. She's like, oh my god, we gotta go to the hospital. And I was like, what's going on?
So one story that I was just reminded of this when chasing like your brother around the house. It's not even what happened. So I was in my hallway upstairs, so I had vision on my foyer, right? And, oh man. And I believe my mom was in the foyer talking to one of our neighbors also in the foyer. And Lucci was in the downstairs bathroom and comes out of the bathroom, pants around his ankles, and just runs through the foyer past my mother and our neighbor, fully exposed, and says, "We're out of toilet paper," and runs to the back bathroom.
Legendary.
Wait, how old was he when this happened?
He was pretty young.
13.
He was yeah, it was yesterday. So
I
no,
can
he was
see
probably-
Luch doing that right now too.
But okay, and then I got a couple others of times I've hurt myself.
Okay.
And,
No,
So there's
we've
one
been
time-
through most of them.
no, you've only been through my ACL, and that's not even one of the stories. And so there was one year I was little. I think I was probably 6 or 7 around
Mhm.
there, and we were having an Easter egg hunt at my house, and we my sister was standing at my front door, the one with the stairs leading up to it, and the sidewalk from my driveway. So I was running down the driveway, tripped, and just like shredded my knee up, like just tore it. It was
Tore it
like,
asunder.
and that was annoying.
Oh my
That was like, at that point in my life, the most scarring thing that happened to me. Not physically, like that was just horrifying because I was bleeding everywhere.
Oh man.
And so after that, though, my sister used to practice her baton twirling at the Sportsplex in Germantown,
Okay.
and me and my brother would go and just hang out because they had the arcade and everything else, and like when the courts weren't being used, we could play on them. But going down to the court, there was a concrete ramp, and I tripped on that somehow, landing on flat concrete. I just got this hole, like probably like, I don't know, I'm gonna say an inch in diameter, like this huge hole in my arm,
Ow.
like
Oh.
and like literally there was one other time at this point that I had to get stitches, and when I got this, it was in my finger, and the guy came in, didn't say a word, just picked up my finger, didn't like numb it or anything, just stuck the stitch in, and then basically said my mom can pay at the desk and lift. So
Oh, man.
so I was like horrified. I was like, I really don't want to have stitches again. Turns out it was too big to get stitches, so I had like this arm sling and like butterfly bandages like all
Oh,
over my
yeah.
arm. I still have the scar on it. It's just like this little dot now, but it was
Oh
wild.
man.
And then
Sheesh.
on the same route as just falling like an idiot, there was a okay. So you guys remember Heelys?
Yes.
Bet
Not a
your
day goes by I
ass.
don't.
Yes.
Ah.
So going down my driveway was exhilarating with Heelys on.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I
oh
can
my
imagine.
god.
Jesus.
But there was this in the bottom left corner of my driveway. There was a hole just wide enough for a Heely wheel, about that size. So one time I went down it.
The
Ate
British actually
shit.
measure Healy wheels.
Yeah, no, the metric system, But yeah. So I just went down the driveway. It was awesome. Ate shit. Lucy was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm just like limping back up. I'm like bleeding out of my arm and my leg, and my hands are like scraped up.
Jeez.
And then I think I waited
Bleeding
a
out my
week,
urethra.
did it
and my
again,
appendix.
ate shit again, and then I don't think I ever put my Heelys back on.
Oh my god. Oh man.
It was a sign.
Oh, that's so good.
Speaking
It was
of,
time to
I
hang
really
'em up.
want to get another pair of Heely.
Oh, dude, same.
I
We should
do
bring
too.
we should bring
I'm-
Heelys
I'm
back,
gonna be
man.
honest,
That would
yeah,
be
I
so
do.
good.
I do too.
There
Especially,
was
like-
this, so
Especially like traveling around campus, bro. Like fuck a skateboard or a bike. Like I'll just whip out some Heelys and get to class before all these
Do you
losers.
remember that one girl that always used those in high school?
yeah.
Yes.
Shoot. I don't
No,
remember.
what? Who was it?
It
Rachel?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't say last
Rachel.
names, but
Yeah, we're not using last name.
Rachel.
Albert.
so
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
then that makes
I'll type
sense.
in
Okay,
chat.
there's
Uh,
actually
Oh,
there's
okay, right.
actually
thank you.
there's a girl here that she friggin' rollerblades, and she's just
There
flying
was,
past everyone.
So, one of the guys on my floor when he was rushing his fraternity, well, I guess when he was pledging, so he had a scooter that he used sometimes, but since he was a pledge, they made him take it everywhere with him, and he would like have to sit it in like at restaurants at tables next to him and like saved the seat for it. There was another kid who was the semester after, so he was a brother. There was a pledge who actually had Heelys, and he wouldn't use them everywhere. But whenever like a brother asked him or just came up to him and said like nice shoes or something, he'd have to use them. So like, it was pretty fun. One time we were just walking, he just like looks over at this random guy. I had no idea who this kid was, and he just goes, "Hey, nice shoes," and the kid just rolls away. It was awesome.
Oh man. So we can either kind of just keep this going, or we can move into like senior week stories, or we can save the senior week stories for another time. It's really up to you guys.
I can talk about my hand right now if you want.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Hey, wait, time out.
Okay, what?
What time are we at?
We got about 20 minutes left or so.
Okay.
Oh, bet.
So I think we should save the senior week story for whenever we do this again, because I feel like we can make a whole session out of that.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
senior
yeah,
week stories.
That's a good special.
Keep your
Drunk
professor
stories in
wanting
general.
more.
Except the thing about that one is I think Sam and Joan are going to kind of
Well, we can just kind of do drunk
Well,
stories,
yeah, but
basically.
it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's not like they wouldn't have anything to add. Plus, I'm sure there are things that happen at senior week that we haven't told them, and they would definitely enjoy.
Oh yeah.
And stuff that we were told that we can elaborate on.
Never
Yes.
talk about senior week.
All right. So what happened to your hand, Alec?
Okay, so because my schedule, I'll send
Schedule?
you guys a picture, or no, I think I might have already sent you guys a picture. Either way, because of my class schedule, I start my first class at 3 in the afternoon on Tuesdays,
Mm-hmm.
and so my family has this farm. I'm in the University of South Carolina right now, and my family has this farm out about an hour away, out in western rural South Carolina.
Okay.
And so I like hanging out there. And so
Bless you.
Tuesdays are the only days I have and able to go out there.
Okay.
So I'll just wake up real early in the morning and head out there. Well, I got animals, all that stuff, got coyotes and all that crap on the land, and so I went and used some gift cards I got for Christmas and bought a game trail camera, just see what's what.
Yeah.
And so basically every week I check it and then I go move it around somewhere else. And I've gotten a couple pretty cool videos. I got a video of a 3-footed coyote. It was missing one of its front rear feet.
This is a really long setup for you just saying I tried to fist an android girl.
No, well, I went to go move my camera.
hey,
And
that's my sister.
I went to go move my camera to another freaking tree. And while I was setting it up, I felt this pain in between my fingers. And I looked down, and there was this giant ant stinging me right in that webbing in between your fingers, between my pointer and middle finger.
Oh man.
God, my penis just shrunk more inches than it has.
Why did
That
you-
wasn't a full
Yes.
sentence, Jonah.
It's funny. You guys should look at my hand right now,
I'm
and
in
that's
the
why I
community
bring up
college of the Air
senior
Force. You
week.
think I know how to sentence?
Yeah, good
Yeah, 'cause
point.
you punched that kid in the face.
But so basically, it hurt. It hurts a little bit now. I went to bed and woke up. Today's Wednesday,
My
yeah,
hand's
Yep.
purple now.
right. So I woke up, and my entire hand is swollen, and it looks just like it did when I broke my hand at senior week. Is my
Dude, you should take some
from
Benadryl or
this,
something.
from this freaking ant bite.
Jeez.
No, dude. So, yeah, I just want to say that hurts a ton. I'll send you guys a picture of it. It looks pretty comical. It definitely looked a lot worse. Oh, no, never mind. It's still bad.
I just can't even tell what his own hand looks like.
he just looks down. It's just this fucking like
His hand-
crocodile not eating away at
I'm
his
looking
flesh.
like a
It's like one of
little
those like
marshmallow.
shit. I'm trying to think what game that was. Oh, Dead Space, where the guy comes up and or like one of the necromorphs come up and they just have a spear for an arm.
Oh, yeah.
What a good game.
There's a reference.
Oh, I know. We can bring up. We can bring up Mr. Roberts' philosophy
Ooh.
class.
Seth's
And all
meaty
the crap
disciples.
all the crap we did in that class,
All
and
right,
Sean
so
did.
I'm
I
gonna do.
got credit for all that.
I'm gonna do a little bit
too.
of context here. So
I feel like I went to that class more often than Sean did, and I wasn't even in that class.
all right, so I'm gonna provide a little bit of context. So back when we were all in high school together, there's this teacher. His name was Mr. Roberts, and
He's still out there. He's still alive. He's not
he's
dead.
somewhere
He's in
foreign.
Taiwan.
Yeah, he's in
East
Taiwan
Asia.
now. But
He's out doing better things with his life than we ever will.
so anyways, so he's like this really like chill guy, and we all decided to take this as a philosophy class, like an introduction to philosophy or something like that. And
Fistalophy,
we
as call
all
it.
yeah, so we all decided to take it together, and somehow we all got into the same class.
Wasn't
And
there only one though, or was there two?
there may have
It
been
was
one, or there may have been two.
It was just that one because
think-
he was the one
Yeah,
teaching it. He
and-
wanted to teach it, so
And we somehow all
just
got
made
in
it.
together. And I think all together it was. Can you stop fucking sending pictures
That's like
in
one
the
of the only
Discord?
classes I actually had with like you guys too.
Yeah, so I think
True,
it was
yeah.
me, Alec, Antonio, Jonah, and Sean, who's not in the Discord or the podcast right now, but hopefully we'll try to get him in here sometime. Who else was in there? Anyone else of importance?
Olivia
For
DeBro,
oh,
all
man.
those other people.
for story's sake,
Bridget
I don't
Hobbs,
think.
Yeah, for story's sake, in real.
I
yes.
don't.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think we need any
No.
other important
So what?
characters.
I'm trying
Sam
to think.
Burrows.
I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay, I think Sam Burrows was in
true.
there as well. But anyways, so just all together, the amount of shit that went down in that class. We were such a fucking nuisance. Like
Especially me.
I look back at it now.
I look back at like some of the stuff I did in that class.
Oh my
It
god.
was bad.
Okay, so the thing is, this is, you know how Jonah has like a coffee filter now, where like most things get through, but like he has a bit of a filter.
Yeah.
This was at that point before Jonah had that, where when Mr. Roberts was talking about the affairs Thomas Jefferson had with
I
his
was gonna bring that
slaves,
up.
Yes.
Yep.
Jonah replied with, "Guess you could say she got plowed." Out loud for the class to hear.
Wait, Jonah. Jonah, explain
Oh,
the.
yeah, he covered his mouth in horror. There's a difference.
Explain the time where you like the saran wrap joke.
Okay, so there's
Oh, I
I
forgot.
can't remember what the name of the movie is, but there's a movie where Johnny Depp plays a mentally handicapped character who falls in love with another mentally handicapped mentally handicapped woman, right?
Oh, didn't
And
we
we were-
watch that in class? We had
Yeah.
to watch it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we did. We watched in class, and
Was he a-
overall, we were talking about the messages and the deep philosophy or whatever. And Mr. Roberts brought up an excellent point where it was talking about the independence of people who are mentally challenged. He said, should they be allowed to have love and have intercourse or whatever? And
Right.
he was like, they were like, do you guys even know how to have sex? I was like, yeah, you just take some saran wrap, you wrap it on your wee-wee, and you're good to go. Was my response, and much to his horror, he also giggled a little bit to my credit. It
Jonah.
was mostly horror.
No,
Remember that time?
Mr. Roberts was really cool. He could.
Yeah. He got it.
Remember when he
was
appreciated
with it.
He
Funny
threatened to
guy.
gag you, Jonah.
He did threaten to gag me.
Remember that time he told me
With
any
what?
girl who dates me is gonna cheat on me?
Jesus
He
Christ.
said
Oh my
that? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
He said-
Because
Oh
he
my
was
God.
talking about there was
Was
like a social studies like I don't know, state test or something that like he was sure that we could complete, but he was like, I don't trust you guys, you'd probably cheat or something. And I said, Mr. Roberts, what even is cheating? Mr. Roberts says, what any girl who dates you is gonna do.
Oh
And
my
the-
god.
well, I'm pretty sure at that point I got up and started walking towards the door. Also,
Oh, no.
first tweet on my Twitter account was retweeting when Olivia tweeted that exact scenario happening.
Oh my god.
I can't remember what he said to me. He's
There was
roasted me a
so
whole
many-
bunch of times.
There was the whole thing where Sean got up and made a whole big deal about how he was more attractive than you. And
Oh
you
yeah.
No. That was when we were at the library doing an assignment.
Yes.
The only reason I remember is because after that happened, Sean immediately went on Bing. First of all, didn't even Google it,
Sean went through that.
And
Sean is
just-
like,
Hold on, Sam.
and just searched how to kill Alec.
Sean is like the only guy I know that actually uses Bing.
I think I do too.
I
But,
use Bing
He'll be on
very
Google and he'll use Google to search Bing.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
that I would
crazy.
never do. Like,
That's,
I'll use Bing if it's the default search engine of whatever computer I'm on.
that's
Yeah,
blasphemy.
A couple of the I don't know a couple of the DoD computers I access they have Bing. I don't know how yours are or what they use for you, Brady.
I only use DuckDuckGo.
It's 19
Is that a thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
1999 it was.
Oh goodness.
Well, it's supposed to be one that like doesn't send your information anywhere and even have like cookies on it or anything. So
Yeah.
And then for what was probably my most legendary plot in that classroom was we had what's the name of the website we used that was like the
Pornhub?
group online learning service? It was like
It was
The hub.
wasn't it like a super weird name?
it
Yeah,
was
it
a
was-
weird.
it was an
acronym.
odd name.
It was like
It was. It wasn't just like one word. It was like jiggle or something like that.
Yeah,
it was just
it
kind of
was-
weird.
It
Yeah.
was something like that. But anyway, so we would use that website. I don't think I actually ever made an account for it because I didn't do my work. But anyway, we instead of doing that, I created a GoFundMe for a religion based around
Yes.
the titular character of Mr. Roberts called Death's Meaty Disciples, in which every member was a different meat. I was a kielbasa, I
Dude,
believe.
Kabasa slap.
I don't remember what you guys all were.
I'm
we
pretty
were
sure
all
you know what
on-
I was, Jonah.
I think
Yeah, he
Italian
was a
sausage.
sausage. Yeah.
I think I was like
so.
I forget what
You were
I
like
was.
a T-bone or something.
I think
You
I was
were
like
something
a
good.
yeah. I think I was like a ribeye steak or something.
Yeah, but we had a GoFundMe that actually raised, if I do remember, it raised $69, and we.
No way.
Did it actually?
Yeah, it did. It did.
That's amazing.
So,
Jesus.
and we basically would throw this in his face, and he would sometimes be kind of like charmed that we cared about him that much, and other times he just literally he threatened to gag me.
See,
Jonah, I will
fact-
gag you. Oh, Mr. Roberts.
I need dinner first.
I'm also quite a fruity child, so I would play along with
Ow.
his
Sam, what
Sam,
did you
what-
just do?
Remember when
fell out of his DXR racer.
oh,
So no.
Antonio,
I'm
did-
sitting
okay.
on a ball, like I'm sitting on an exercise ball, and I just rolled backwards too far and fell.
Nice.
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 What were
What
you
were
saying,
you saying,
Alec?
Alec? Oh, I said it first.
No, I did.
I can't remember if it was you or Sean that went with Mr. Roberts and I to go disc golf.
It wasn't me. It was definitely Sean. I know you guys won.
Oh,
Yeah, I
You
shit.
guys
went.
went
I
disc.
know.
Oh, I remember that. You guys talked about it for like a whole
Yeah,
class.
He had like a whole disc golfing set, and we went.
You
It
know
was
what?
Really cool.
You know what got me so annoyed in that class was
What?
when there
It was
was
when those
well,
communists wouldn't stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance.
no,
no.
not that one. Well, yes, that.
You mean
but
when those patriots
yeah,
were
good, correct
exercising
no,
on
answer.
their
just
rights?
about
Oh,
disc
miss me
golf.
with that.
There was that one. Which kid was it that what kept like he actually basically annoyed Mr. Roberts enough until he took him get disc golfing, and Mr. Roberts was
Oh.
like,
I know
and
who
he-
you're talking about. Yeah, that
Yeah,
narc.
I think.
and
Isn't
Mr.
it-
Roberts literally told him the reason he's that good is because he does not take instruction.
The reason what?
The reason that he could not disc golf that well was because he can't accept instruction.
Oh, that's funny. Wasn't it like Khalil? It was something like a.
No, you're thinking of
Cabal.
Casal, but that was not who
Casal.
it was.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay,
It
then
was
I
like
don't
some
know.
weird, like he was like one of those like black-haired, big foreheaded ass weirdos.
Wait, was it Sean that was in our
Yeah, it was Sean. He's the weird.
not the Sean that's our friend, like the Sean that was also in our Mr. Green's class, Antonio.
No, I think it was.
Was it
might have been
Aaron?
Austin. I think it might have been
Austin,
Austin.
Aaron.
Austin.
Oh yeah, it was Austin. It was Austin. Yeah,
Dude, I love that
it
kid.
was.
Okay.
It was.
Huh.
I don't remember what his last name was, but we're not saying last names.
Yeah.
Well, we already did a little, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, this isn't going anywhere.
It's a learning process.
Yeah, it's
Unless this goes on YouTube, but then who cares? And still, who cares?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm throwing up.
All right. I think we can call it that. I think that's within the amount of time, I would say.
Goodness. What
Any
a horrible first
anything
impression.
else you
How dare you?
Can we talk about the time that Alec and Antonio kissed?
Can we?
All right, on that note,
together at senior
Can we
week.
talk
Hold on,
about
wait. I have
the-
one more.
Can we talk about either time that I've kissed anyone here?
I have one more story to tell that is less gay than those stories.
all right, do
Don't
it.
like
Oh,
it.
thank
Abandon it.
goodness.
So there was a
It's 20
at
gay
work.
teen. Come on.
At work, I was up at the register, and there is this woman and her husband that came
A
up
woman.
to check out, and they were getting like one of the 5-gallon drums of oil, which are not
Okay.
that light,
Oil.
and
Oral.
And so they had it down like on the floor, so I with one hand picked it up, put it on the register, and this lady just starts like, I don't know, telling me how strong I am and all that stuff, and turns to her husband, "Oh, I don't think you could even do that." And then she
Oof.
starts telling me that my
Ooh.
arms are pythons, and starts like
Oh.
feeling my arms.
What?
And while she's calling my arms pythons, her husband does not fail to mention that he has a python somewhere else. So I did not say anything back to them.
That's so awkward.
Were they trying to recruit
Oh
you
my
for
God.
a three-way?
Yeah, you were trying.
I
They were
think
trying
they're
to.
I think they're swingers.
They were
Oh
trying,
my
yeah, they were trying to
goodness.
swing you, brother. You just missed
Brother.
out. You could have just secured that bag, dude. You could have been like an old couple's like slave boy.
Yeah, you're right. And there's
God.
nothing I want more.
You're right. Yeah, Antonio.
Wait, how
could
old
you
was this
possibly
couple?
miss such an opportunity?
Well, hold on. To answer Sam first, I would probably say 40s, 50s.
Oh,
And to answer
Ooh,
Alex's
that's about the
question,
cutoff.
You're
Any
right. I
older,
should have
that's weird.
taken the chance while I had it.
I guess she's coming a cougar.
To say the least, yeah.
There's this lady who comes in the store when my manager Sean is working. Like, I don't know, knows his schedule, comes in whenever he's working, and
Oh,
then like
no.
gets something that she can't carry, so that he has to come out and help her load it in her car. And every time tries to like invite him into her car. Like, I'm pretty
Oh my
sure he's
God.
gonna like show up in the newspaper someday.
I thought you were gonna
the back
say,
of a
and
milk
it takes him half an hour to walk it to her car and back.
No, because he will literally like give me some indication, like text me or call something over the intercom at the store. And one time I came out,
All
I
right,
was like,
I'm about to bang this busty broad outside. Lock her up in 20
Please
minutes.
watch
One
me while I
time-
walk out so I don't disappear.
one time I came out and she was like talking to him, trying to get him to go in her car to listen to a song with her. And I just came out, I was like, "Hey Sean, somebody needs you in the side yard." And he's just like, "Oh, I gotta go." Just walks away.
Oh,
It's fucking
I
the
gotta go
Pina
get-
Colada song.
I gotta go. All right, I think we can call it.
Yep, we had a
That'll
2-second
wrap.
lull there. That's how you know it's dead.
All right.
Well, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate for listening. Hopefully, I have no idea
We
if we're
know
gonna
you aren't,
actually.
but thank you for trying.
Yeah, thank you for trying. If you skip to the
It's
end,
the
at least
thought
you
that
tried.
counts.
It's the thought
Yeah,
that counts.
You read the first, the middle, and the last page in a book. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. So I have no idea when we're gonna do this again.
Oh, I
We'll
read the
probably
summary.
figure it out sooner rather than later. I actually enjoyed this. Like, I thought this
I
was
did
actually
too.
quite a bit of fun.
Turns out
Yeah,
it's fun to
and-
talk to your friends. Who would have
Yeah.
thought?
Yeah, holy
Yeah,
shit.
And we even already have our topic for next time.
Pretty much.
Senior week? Oh,
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the AIDS epidemic in the 80s.
That's the third episode, Jonah.
Yeah, come on,
Dude,
Jonah.
You're just going too far in the future. That was
Don't
episode
reveal season
12.
2.
Yeah,
All right.
jeez.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right. Anyways, thank you again for
Sequels do not
listening.
have electric
Jonah, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to end the podcast.
You can't end it if we keep going.
Anyways, thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Adios.